may sound cliche-ish, but I think my team is great. I'm so proud of them. They got 21 season, young team, 3 freshmen. I thought our 3 freshmen, Zakiya Menifee, Malika Glover, Elizabeth Hamlet, had 3 unbelievable games, especially Zakiya with a double-double night. And I'm just proud of our toughness. I knew that South Dakota State was going to come at us in waves, and they did. And they capitalized on their depth over us. And, you know, Kristen Rocher is a gamer, and all of kudos to her.
Okay, let's go ahead and open up to questions for players.
Bethany, can you talk about hanging in the game there, you know, the entire way, just keeping the entire game close, you know, neither team was ever really able to pull away.
Yeah, I was proud of the effort. I mean, we gave everything we could tonight, and when they made runs, we responded, and the game never got away from us. It was right in our hands, and we just unfortunately came up short. But we give South Dakota credit because they played really well today.
Sharice, Dan Fenn of the Oakland Post. How much do you think the crowd affected you tonight? How difficult was the situation was to watch you?
Well, we knew that, you know, they would have this amazing support. So I think we handled that pretty well. I mean, to stay in the close game the whole time. I mean, I'm just absolutely proud of my teammates, and it's truly a blessing to be on this team for me. And, you know, South Dakota State is a great school. I mean, great team, so give them all credit.
Sharice, Brian Everson, WXU. How much of an emotional roller coaster has it been over the last few days with the whole Roberts one and coming into such an environment like this today?
Well, I mean, it has been an emotional roller coaster, and you know, you come in and you know you have 3 games, and you take one day at a time. And I was just really proud of all the girls, all of my teammates, that we took each day at a time, and they gave the absolute perfect effort, you know, that you could have asked for, especially as an upperclassman. So, I mean, I'm just proud of my teammates, and, you know, we're going to learn from this situation and really work hard over summer.
Bethany, after your team hit those 3 consecutive pointers under 2 minutes left, what was the mentality, and, you know, we're within 4?
Yeah, we were in it, and it was exciting to be able to, you know, get making it so quickly. And then I think there was a stop we had to have, and I think we fell short there. But like Sharice said, I mean, we're proud of, you know, how far we came, but we're very disappointed.
And you both just talk about leading this team to this point, you know, the number 4 seed. You guys could have rolled over earlier in the season, but with all the injuries and things, you guys stuck it out. Although you're here, you know, you played the championship game, close game, down to the end.
I think that shows how tough we are as a team, and that no matter what adversity that we go through, that, you know, we're going to prevail. And, I mean, you can't ask more with, you have 3 freshmen playing phenomenal minutes, and they're giving you everything that they can. So, like I said before, I'm blessed to be a part of this team. I'm so proud of my teammates, and I'm really happy, you know, that we got to experience this, because now this puts a lot of fire in us, and we're gonna come back next year with the same motivation and hunger to come back to this championship game and win.
Beth, what's the biggest thing you take from this tournament, this whole experience over the weekend?
I think we learned a lot. I mean, it was awesome to get, you know, to win 2 games and get to the championship game, and, you know, we'll be back next year, and we can take this just as a learning experience, and, you know, we'll bounce back next year.
Is that it? Bethany, Sharice, thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and open up the follow-up questions with Coach Francis.
Coach, Stewart with the Argus Leader. I think when you look at the Oakland men's team, has a little bit of an aura as defending champion. Maybe SDSU too, as a defending champion on the women's side. maybe it's tough to knock off a defending champ that's had sort of this finals experience. Was there some of that at play here today?
What's the question?
Is it tough to knock off a defending champion with, especially when they've had 2 previous years in the finals of experience?
Yeah.
Thanks for enlightening us.
Coach, can you talk about the last 2 minutes, basically after you hit those three-pointers? Just, I guess, what happened? We couldn't get any closer there.
I think Bethany nailed it. We didn't get the stop, and then we had a turnover, and when you are making a comeback, you just can't make mistakes like that. I felt like they had just not enough energy left. I mean, we had, I think, 5 or 6 wins this year by 1 possession with a defensive stop, including up at South Dakota State on the floor. And I felt like we just didn't have that one last stop left in us. And I apologize for not answering your question better. It's really hard to beat a return champion who has confidence. And so they've won 2 in a row. They were down. They struggled a little bit this year. And I think they draw from the crowd and their confidence.
Coach, I know Malika and Zakia, they have experience winning Michigan high school championships. But do you think there's a little bit of jitters maybe early on in this game in terms of ball handling and something like that?
Didn't notice it with Zakia. Maybe Malika, she is a point guard. She was out there and she did have a turnover or so, but I actually thought they both played pretty cool.
It just seemed like yesterday against Oral Roberts, everything went your way. Talking about maybe how today, how the lay-ins in certain shots just weren't falling for you.
Yeah, I warned them of that. I said it almost felt like a perfect game yesterday, and we were really trying to prepare them that this is going to be a totally different game. I mean, I don't want to be pessimistic, but it was just, you're not going to match that. First of all, Oral Roberts is in the zone, and South Dakota State plays really hard man-to-man, so you're running a different offense. And I do think that affected us a little bit. We were making runs, and I could tell that they just were still frustrated, and we were doing well. And I had to do a lot of encouragement in the timeouts. We're doing great, but it wasn't as beautiful as it was yesterday. Good point.
Coach, you've been a lot of championship games though in this tournament. Is that one of the better, more well-played games though? I mean, neither team flinched. There weren't a lot of turnovers. It was just hard-nosed and
Terry, it feels on the losing end doesn't feel like it was well played. But I guess you could say was it from a fan perspective? I don't even know. As a losing coach, it doesn't feel like it was well played. But the fact that we kept fighting, we were down 10, we fought back, we got down again, we fight back. So I'm glad that we still showed that tenacity fight that we had all year long.
Coach, with you guys as well as Oral Roberts and South Dakota State returning the majority of their core for next year, what do you think it speaks to in terms of the strengths of the conference and the depth of it?
Yeah, that's one thing I did remind the team in the locker room. So we have our whole starting lineup back. Kirsty Malone, we started this tournament because she was a senior, and she had a career night yesterday to get us here to the championship. But basically, I was starting with Lincoln Glover and Hamlin earlier, and so to have those starting 5 back and our top 7 in a recruiting class, I'm excited about the future for Oakland.
Let's take 2 more questions, please.
Coach, is there anything further that could that out-of-bounds play have been reviewed when we go with him for, and how much did that set the life out of that comeback?
You're going to think on the back coach ball. I remember what out-of-bounds play talking about when we turned it over.
Yeah.
Or there,
The refs disagreed on the call.
Oh, I'm glad I have a short memory. There were so many plays that we could have controlled that I'm not going to look at it officially and call.
One more question, please. Yes, that's it, Coach. Thank you.